Welcome into another video where we're going through and testing all the weapons inside of MW3 to see how viable these weapons are for us to be using inside of our Zombies game mode. This is going to include the aftermarket parts, the aftermarket conversion kits, as well as the MW2 weapons. So if you'd like to see how weapons perform inside of Call of Duty Zombies, make sure you are subscribed with those bell notifications turned on, as you are definitely in the right spot. Down below in the description, you will find the link for my streams. I stream on Mondays and Thursdays, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I stream everything from MW3 Zombies all the way through to custom zombie maps, and generally have a ton of fun over there. Would love to see you all come and hang out. And today, there's going to be a stream, so hopefully some of you will pop on by. Now, I took a couple days off as I was feeling the effects of a flu bug that made it through our house, and I almost made it all the way through. I was the last person to pick it up. But while I was taking the 2 days off, the channel has surpassed 5,000 subscribers. I cannot thank you all so very much for reaching this unbelievable goal on the channel. And with that, we have now unlocked our 4th Black Ops 6 giveaway on the channel. This one is going to be a Vault Edition on any platform of your choice. So in today's video, we're going to be announcing the winner of our Black Ops 6 Vault Edition giveaway, the 4th giveaway on the channel. And the winner is Broccoli with some numbers. So make sure you join the Zhorde community Discord. The link for that is down in the description below. We are now over 625 members of players willing to help out other players. Join the Discord. Once you have joined the Discord, make sure you shoot me a direct message so that I can get in touch with you and sort out your copy for Black Ops 6, the Vault Edition, on any platform of your choice. Congratulations. As well, on that note, I definitely want to mention that is not the end of the Black Ops 6 giveaways on this channel. I am so very thankful for the unbelievable support that you all have shown, that we are going to continue to do giveaways of Black Ops 6, and we're going to continue the Vault Editions. So the next Vault Edition giveaway will be when the channel reaches 7,000 subscribers. Make sure you are subscribed, commenting, and liking all the videos on the channel for your best chances to get in for a Black Ops 6 Vault Edition giveaway. Now in today's video, we're going to continue on with the Season 6 of buffs, as for some reason they felt the need to buff one of my favorite handguns inside of MW3, which is the X13 Auto Handgun. So in today's video, after the recent buff to this handgun, we're going to be diving in, taking the X13 Auto through all 3 here, taking on bounty contracts all the way through. So hopefully by the end of the video, you have a really good feel for how this handgun performs inside of Zombies. And by the end of the video, after I exfil from the Dark Aether, you should be able to make up your mind on whether or not this handgun is going to be a viable option for you to run inside of your games. So without further ado, congratulations to the Black Ops 6 Vault Edition winner. Let's dive into the X13 review video today. Welcome into today's video. Thank you so very much for tuning in. I truly do appreciate that. And congratulations to our 4th Black Ops 6 giveaway winner, this one being a Vault Edition. Now in today's video, I'm super excited to dive in and test out the X13 handgun inside of MW3 Zombies, as that just received a recent buff that I was not expecting. I'm not sure why they felt the need to buff this weapon, but I am definitely going to take it. So if you're new around here to the channel, when I spawn in and do my weapon testing videos on this channel, we put on all the perks with no additions to the weapon to make it any stronger whatsoever, aside from running Deadshot Daiquiri, as I like the extra critical damage that it does provide. Now, as I was making my way over to our first bounty contract of the day, we got a notification that a player had gone down. So, time to drop out of the sky straight towards our player, make sure we get them up and get them back in the fight, as there's no reason not to be helping out each other inside of this game mode, as there is no PvP. So I firmly believe that, and that's what our Zhorde community players are all about, helping other people. So he is up and into the fight, or they are up and into the fight, running away. Awesome to see. So it was time to pick up our first bounty contract, and what luck is that? I found a perk can just sitting on the ground right there. I'll happily take Tombstone for free. So we picked up our first bounty contract inside of Tier 1, taking on a Mangler, and we're looking to take on this bounty contract with just white rarity, absolutely no additions to the weapon to make it any stronger at all. And I noticed the buff on this, like just the first couple shots I fired into this Mangler, I was already thoroughly impressed with the damage output that this buff has done to this handgun. So what's next? Straight to the Pack-a-Punch machine inside of Tier 1 to increase the damage output on this handgun and see how it's going to perform. Now, if you want to keep your camo on your weapon, you want to make sure before you use the Pack-a-Punch machine or your pack crystals, you melee the machine, wait for that center to turn green, and then you'll be good to use it, or your pack crystals to keep your camo on your weapon for the rest of the run. So now we're at Pack 1, White Rarity, no ammo mods, no other additions to the weapon besides Pack-a-Punch. We went off and picked up our second bounty contract of the day inside of Tier 1, and we have another Mangler to take on. Now I was kind of intrigued to see how this is going to perform, considering we've been Pack-a-Punched, and the first Mangler we had today for bounty contract inside of Tier 1 was incredibly easy work. I mean, this weapon was dishing out a ton of damage, and I was not disappointed taking it to Pack-a-Punch. The damage output was incredible, the increase to see. So, time to take on our final and super fun bounty contract to do inside of Tier 1 today, as we are now incredibly overpowered to be inside of Tier 1. We are legendary, we have Shatter Blast on, and we have Pack-a-Punch. So we should be able to handle anything that Tier 1 throws at us with ease at this point. So, went off and picked up our third bounty contract inside of Tier 1. This one was a Mimic, and he virtually insta-died. Unbelievable damage output on this handgun with the buffs. So, I was just full-on diving into Tier 2 right now. No intentions, no need to go off to Pack-a-Punch Tier 2 to increase the damage output on this handgun. I was feeling incredibly confident at the damage output it currently was. As you can see, the zombies inside of Tier 2 basically just disappear at the end of the barrel. We picked up our Mangler bounty contract inside of Tier 2, and like I said, I was feeling incredibly confident at this point using this handgun inside of Tier 2, being only Pack-a-Punched 1. Like, I was definitely not concerned about this. You can see our Mangler's health bar just disappears at the end of the barrel as we are standing and dishing out the damage. Truly amazing. So, time to open up the handy-dandy pocket Pack-a-Punch machine, turn this weapon into Pack-a-Punch damage level 2. Now, there was no need to find a bounty contract, as there was one right here in front of me, which was absolutely awesome. I couldn't believe that. So, definitely happy to see that spawning right there, right next to me when I needed to find a bounty contract. Couldn't believe my luck on that. Now, you can see Pack 2 inside of Tier 2. The zombies are just nothing to worry about at all. Here's our Mimic bounty contract we picked up inside of Tier 2. Again, the health bar on this is just evaporating at the end of the barrel. Truly unbelievable damage on this handgun. Double Pack-a-Punched legendary inside of Tier 2. Like I said, most of this match I was feeling incredibly confident using this weapon. The X13 has been one of my favorites for the majority of this game mode, as it has held up incredibly well. So to see it get a buff for literally no reason, I was excited to give this one a run. So into Tier 3, time to pick up all of our perks from Der Wonderfizz. And then it was time to do some crowd control and see, you know, how is this handgun going to perform inside of Tier 3 with a whole bunch of zombies at only Pack-a-Punch 2 legendary with an ammo mod. And you can see, like, the damage output is definitely not much of an issue. I feel like if I had golden armor plates, I would be able to kind of stick and dish out the damage a little bit more than having to move as much as I am in the footage. But that's because I'm not running golden armor plates, and I just got to kind of keep moving and picking up plates to get the heck out of damage areas so I don't take it down. But the damage output on this handgun at only Pack 2 inside of Tier 3 with a big, huge crowd of zombies near me, I was confident in my ability to be able to take them all out, to be able to dish out the damage to everything that was coming towards me. I mean, you can see at the footage here, the golden armor plates, the no plates is definitely, you know, an issue for sure. I think we all feel that when we're inside of Tier 3 and we're not running golden armor plates. You're constantly struggling to make sure you have plates on, and you can see me struggling with that here as well. But the damage output that we're doing at only Pack 2 was remarkable. Definitely remarkable. And like I've noticed as far as the buffs go and the changes to weapons for Season 6, when I've used the weapons that they have buffed, I have 100% felt that the weapons received a buff, which was good. You know, sometimes they claim in their patch notes that weapons have received a buff or they've received a nerf, and you go and test them out, and that's not necessarily the case. So it's good to see that there was a bunch of buffs in the patch notes, and it's also good to see that going in and using the weapons that have buffed, that have been buffed, And they definitely feel like they've got some extra damage to them, which was awesome to see. So I wanted to take this and show Zhorde, the Guardian of the Arches, our brand new camo that I got from completing part of the Purgatory event on multiplayer / Warzone. Now I've had the biggest struggle trying to complete the final one, the Terror Ball challenge on that event. So if you guys have any tips for me to complete the Terror Ball challenge for the Purgatory event, I'd love to have some tips for that. So let me know down in the comments. Now, Zhorde here was taking a ton of damage from our handgun with the Season 6 buff. I'm not sure what he was doing there. He was trying to make his way up onto the picnic table. You're not supposed to be up there, Zhorde. What are you doing? But I mean, look at his health bar. When I'm hitting the critical shots, like, it's just melting. This is truly a viable option. Like, I was feeling incredibly confident with this. Like, fire up that laser, Zhorde. Let's go. Boom, done. That's one head gone. Truly awesome damage output. Let's fire up the last one, see if we can knock it out right here. I did run out of ammo, but use your thermites. As you can see right there, finished off Zhorde with one thermite. The loot was in a strange position, we'll say. Now, Tier 3... for me, was again packed, absolutely packed. No chance to pick up a contract whatsoever. So I wasn't concerned by that. We went and did some, storage management. We want to store our self-revive before we get in the Dark Aether, so that when we get in there, we get an extra one. We want to make sure we're not equipped with 2 Casimirs. We only have 1. So we get in there, we have an extra one. So then it was time to push on through to the Season 2 Dark Aether, as I'd used a Magda holding this run, and I wanted to make sure that I could replenish the Magda holding that I had used on this run. So we made it off to the Season 2 Dark Aether. Now when we get here, I definitely wanted to do a little bit of inventory management, as I'm not looking to burn through my Casimirs right off the hop. I want to use my Jug Suit on the bounty contract that I am going to be picking up first. So I want to use my decoys for that and stow away my Casimirs for the final contract I do inside of the Season 2 Dark Aether. So you pull a 180 and you make your way back here to this building, head up above this crate, in through the window, and on your right hand side here you will find your first bounty contract inside of the Season 2 Dark Aether. And we got a Mega Abomination, so I usually head through this building and out the back, as I found this is one of the quickest routes to get to your Mega Abomination. I also found that on this route, there's a lot less congestion making it over to the bounty contract. So that's just something I found. If you guys have noticed that, maybe a different route on the way to the bounty contract that, you know, helps spawn in maybe a little bit less zombies for crowd control, let me know. Love to hear about it. So again, we're going to show you how I complete this bounty contract inside of the Season 2 Dark Aether. Usually I'll come over here and see, you know, what's up with the weapon, see how we're doing, and see what it's like for crowd control. And I could already tell this was just not going to be a great situation. We're in a very open area. There's a whole bunch of zombies around. So for me, I wanted to see if we could pull the Mega Abomination out of the gas or the fog or whatever and bring him up to this building. As I like to, you know, you can kind of camp right here on this building and everything kind of comes up that ladder towards you, and you can definitely deal out a ton of damage to your Mega Abomination. But I didn't have an energy mine ready to clear out a whole bunch of the crowd control that was there. So that was not something I was going to stick around for. It was time to get the heck out of Dodge. And at this point I was like, okay, you know what? We've got a ton of crowd control chasing me down. We've got a Mega Abomination bounty contract inside of Season 2 Dark Aether that I've basically dished no damage to so far. So at this point I felt the best option, you know, to avoid any bad situations was to simply grab the Jug Suit and complete this. And this is what I do typically when I'm in solo in a Dark Aether and I have a bounty contract to complete. I'll usually use a Jug Suit to finish it off, especially inside of the Season 2 Dark Aether, as I feel this is just the most efficient way to complete your bounty contract, take care of the majority of the crowd control and HVTs that might be around while you're fighting your bounty contract inside of the Dark Aether here. But you can see we finished off our Mega Abomination right there. The Jug Suit just ended, so it was perfect time for me to head in and grab some loot out of the reward rift. And I didn't get anything in there that I really particularly needed. I grabbed the self-revive, but I didn't get a mags of holding. So also, if you're wondering why I'm not grabbing any of the candy, is because I have already completed that event. So if you guys are wondering why I'm just leaving all of that candy there, oh my goodness, that's why. So it's time to drop down, put our sentry turret outside of the P&D Outlast contract, as that is definitely somewhere I feel that is the best place for it. I threw a Casimir as I had an extra one down, and I wanted to drop another sentry turret on this side heading to the outside, and then I had one more sentry turret that I wanted to use, so we went ahead and equipped that, and I brought that one back over here, and I wanted to drop it near this one, as this one shooting inwards definitely helps out a bunch. I feel like those are some of the best placements you can use for your sentry turrets when completing the Season 2 Outlast contract, which can get absolutely insane and truly awesome luck. Like right before I started that, I got the insta-kill. Like, awesome. That's definitely going to help me be able to complete the Season 2 Outlast contract. And it can be one of the toughest ones to complete for sure in here, as the spawn rate can be absolutely insane. One of the elites dropped a Casimir on the ground, and since I had my Casimir equipped, I was able to pick that one up automatically, which was awesome. So I took advantage of that and made sure I put that one out to deploy it. We also have my energy mine ready, so I'm using that, and I'm mantling over and back, over forth, over the counters, so that the zombies have to run around them, and they end up kind of grouping up, which helps me, you know, kind of deal with some of the crowd control. As you can see right there, they have to stop what they're going, turn around, and make their way over to me. So I just kind of keep doing this back and forth, back and forth. Chance to dish out the damage when you can, you know, move out, stick around, constantly be picking up plates if you can while you're doing this is one of the other tips I definitely have that helps out a bunch for me, is making sure I'm just constantly plating up well inside of the P&D Outlast contract. Here we are, we're already 80% done, over 80% done this contract completely. Not much stress at all. When I completed this, like, I was feeling confident in my ability to dish out damage when I needed to. So like if I was in a really bad situation and I needed to just evaporate a bunch of zombies or enemies in front of me, I felt like this handgun was definitely giving me the power to go ahead and do that. So I grabbed nothing from there, as that was nothing that I needed in the reward rift. Again, I'm trying to grab the mags of holding, so I was really hoping that this last one was going to be the one to give me mags of holding. Now, in the comment section, somebody asked me what is the fastest way to get up top on top of this building for the Aether Extractor contract. And this route is exactly the route I take and is the fastest way to get up there that I know of. Right here inside of that entranceway, there is an Aether tear, and you can take that, spawns you right up here. Once you get in the air, pull a 180, and you'll make your way over to your Aether Extractor contract. So here we are, picking up the final contract inside of the Season 2 Dark Aether, doing a little bit of inventory management before we pick that up so that we are 100% ready to take this on. Make sure I got my 2 Casimirs equipped, ready to drop them right down at the base of the Aether Extractor. Go ahead and grab that phone, hold it down so that we can interact with it and override our first reactor. Then it's time to make our way out and around towards their second one. And then during this run here is where I like to make sure I equip my last Casimir, so I have 3 of them out. I want to make sure I throw that in the right spot, so I hold it for a second just to make sure it can get to the right spot. Use the Casimir to cover me while I complete that reactor, and then it's time to push on forward to our last one. And usually when I get to the last one, my energy mine will trigger, which I drop to help keep some of the riffraff away from me, and then use the Casimir again to protect myself so that I can complete these 3 Aether Extractors without much issue at all inside of the Season 2 Dark Aether. This is definitely the easiest way I find to be able to complete these contracts. Quickly over to check the reward rift before everything comes at me. I got lucky and we were able to replenish the mags of holding that we used for this run. So that was absolutely amazing to see. And overall, this is a handgun I definitely recommend you all give a shot to. It is a ton of fun to use. You can move like a speed demon when you have it, because it is a handgun, so you got a ton of speed to it. And with the Season 6 buff to this handgun, the damage output is absolutely amazing across all 3 tiers and in the Dark Aether. So overall, I would definitely say this is going to be a viable option for us to be using inside of our Zombies game mode, and that is awesome to see. We made it out with the mags of holding, which is what I was looking for. Now at the end of the video, like I always do, you will find the build that I used on the X13 handgun today. So if you'd like to make any changes to the build, let's work together down in the comments section so that everybody has one amazing build to use on this weapon inside of our Zombies game mode. As well, we'll show you the camo and the blueprint I used on this run as well at the end of the video. So if you're curious about that, stick through to watch. But I just wanted to say thank you to each and every one of you for the unbelievable growth on the channel this year. It has been truly remarkable to see, and I am so ever thankful to you all. Best of luck on the next Black Ops 6 Vault Edition giveaway, which happens at 7,000 subscribers. Thanks so much for tuning in today, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.